Hey Ken, good session today. I hope you found it helpful. Just a couple of points to remember now from the session. As we said, in terms of judging distance, in terms of pitching, chipping, kind of those mini par threes we discussed, you want to try and imagine sort of your golf swing swinging around a clock face. We've got 6 o'clock down there where the ball is, 12 o'clock above your head, obviously 9 o'clock off to the left there. And depending on how far you want that shot to go, you're going to swing that club back and stop at a point relative to the distance you have, obviously determined with the club you have in front of you. If we look here on the left-hand side, these 3 shots you made, if I go back to the start here now, this was the one we did to the first cone. You can see now you take the golf club back, go back a little frame there, and your club now was sort of swung on that spot, and we swing through, hit the ball nicely because we were accelerating through, and the ball went nicely that 20 yards. This swing was mainly more with the arms, little dink back and forth, very, very nice. Then we sort of suggested we go towards the green cone, which was probably double the distance, 20-25 yards further. And if we actually look at the swing here now for a shot, now the green line might be there, that club hasn't really gone back that much further for a shot that needs to travel pretty much double the distance. So what happens now, because your brain at this point thinks, oh, I need a little bit more power, I'm going to start trying to add this power on the way down. You start pulling this elbow towards target. The arm therefore starts bending. Club comes to a little bit high. Chunk the ground behind the golf ball. And you can see now trying to get out your own way. And the club then sticks in the ground as a result. And generally that stems from the fact you're trying to adjust the power based on the backswing. Rather than setting the golf club to a distance back and saying, okay, this is the length of shot I want. I'm going to swing it back here and then accelerate through. You are making adjustments on the way down, trying to sort of add or decrease power as the case may be. Then as you went to a fuller swing, as we said, your full swing was pretty good to be fair. All you're trying to do is blend in the arm movement with the wrist hinge in this case, you can see. So the arms go back here now, not so much an aggressive wrist hinge. The wrist hinge starts blending. Now in a full swing, you simply went back to as far as you could. There was no conscious thought about how far it needs to go. You just physically turn as far as you can. And then from there, we can rotate through nicely to a full finish. It's those sort of in-betweeny shots where A, you can't see the golf club, and B, you're not quite sure how far you want to go back anyway, where you get the problems and you're trying to judge that distance. So as I said, next time you play golf, I think it says on Monday, try to keep a score of those mini par threes. So when you get, say, 50 or 60 yards from the green, just keep a little note on your scorecard as to how many shots you took to get the ball in the hole from that position, and then keep a running total of that through the scorecard and work out your averages, okay? As I said, a good goal would be around 3.5. If you can get lower than that, fantastic. Ideally, we want to be trying to get at least beneath 4. If you think about it, if I said to you, you could hit the ball on the green from 50 or 60 yards and just 2-putt, that wouldn't seem out of the realms of possibility or something that you'd find really difficult to do. However, hitting the ball 250 yards is something we're going to struggle to do. So work on that sort of shorter area of the game. Practice on your distance control. And hopefully you'll find your game and your score suddenly start to come down as we progress on through. But I hope that all makes sense. Any questions, obviously give me a shout and I'll catch up with you next lesson. Cheers, Ken. Ta.